Well, hello everyone. As you can see, I am changing a little bit of position of everything on here, just so that way it's a little bit easier to see. And as I usually like to start this off with, my name is Ezekiel Schmidt. I am a symbolic artist in the Pacific Northwest. If you like my work and want to see more of it, you can go to EzekielSchmidtArt.com. Links in the description. And yeah, I got a lot of stuff on there. Gonna do this daily live stream Monday through Friday, 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Lately, past few sessions I missed because I've been sick again. And yeah. So stay tuned, Monday through Friday, 5 o'clock. Typically, I'm going to be doing this. Alright. Get this off. It's been really fun kind of working in the sun again. Getting to be back where I am. Doing stuff I actually like doing. Working in a garden center for right now. So that's been nice. I'm still listening to that book on Lacan. Fascinating stuff with his psychoanalysis of the subject, if I'm recalling this properly. His idea of the whole, or not even his idea, something he took and kind of made a little bit stronger, I guess. The idea of the signifier and the signified. Fascinating stuff. Recommend it. It's on Spotify in audiobook form. And it's just called Lacan. If you want to check it out. Really interesting book. One of the things that I've noticed about myself is that I can sometimes understand information or what's being said, but I have a really interesting time trying to recall quotes properly or to recall stuff on command. One of the things I want to work on this year is my ability to recall. One second, I gotta turn off this stupid heater. It's making too much noise. And whoops. Got some books from Barnes and Noble recently. So I got a new translation of the Upanishads. Love the idea because it kind of goes into. Actually, I'm gonna bring that out real quick. I want to read a little section from it. Yeah, I'm knocking this thing. I don't need this up there. So, let's see which. That I was reading. Chandogya. So it kind of goes along with this. In the I am probably going to butcher the way this is pronounced. Aitareya Upanishad. Before the world was created, the self alone existed. Nothing whatever stirred. Then the self thought, let me create the world. He brought forth all the worlds out of himself. Ambas, high above the sky. Marichi, the sky. Mara, the middle region that is earth. And Appa, the realm of the waters below. And it's just that idea of like, which is kind of things out of sync again. The idea of the self creating the ultimate world, or God creating the world out of itself, is kind of what this is based on, what this painting is. It's the fractal self. All the things that we think of as little individual parts, or we think of as ourself, is really just one tiny part that makes up a new self, which goes into another self, which makes it's like a chain of being. And that whole idea has fascinated me for years. Because I've been thinking about this for a really long time. I didn't know since I was raised Christian, I didn't know that other religions had this concept of God like that. It's always interested me how we think that we've come up with something new. We've come up with like a new idea, but really, even in the void of not knowing what else is going on, we're creating something that's already been around for a while, or been in, the human consciousness. Reminds me of Ecclesiastes in the Bible, where he says, "There's nothing new under the sun." But I kind of disagree with that. I think there are some like new things, like the internet wasn't there before, but the idea was definitely there. The interconnectedness of thought was already there, but it wasn't the way we have it now, the way we have these machines. Because the new is always made from the old. And that's the whole point of death, is creating new things from recycling material. Because there's no real death as we think of it. There's no such thing as nothingness. Like, I don't like what my thing does well, here we go. I like to be pointy. There's no such thing as nothingness. Because, the one thing that does not exist? Nothing. No thingness. We can't even imagine no thingness. I am an evolutionist, but I don't think that the world came from nothing. I don't. The Big Bang came from somewhere. How it started? I have no idea. No clue. But to me, it makes more sense to believe in something than it does to believe in nothing. Because it's like the one thing that we know for sure. Because maybe I'm just too stupid to understand. But I can understand the idea of no one thingness. Like you're not separable from everything else. You are part of everything. Like no thingness. You're not just one thing. But non-existence doesn't make sense to me. And again, maybe it's just because I'm too stupid to be able to understand. But at a certain point, I've kind of given up on trying to understand everything. Am I curious? Yeah, to a degree. But I don't know. I feel like I don't have to, so why should I? You know? Just roll with it. Because no matter what, I have to keep living anyways. So understanding doesn't really. If I don't understand something, I'm not going to die. Unless I guess it's like just basic safety instructions. But I mean, like the intrinsic parts of the universe. I don't have to understand what's happening for the magic to still keep happening. It's a little bit relieving in a way because for most of my life I've been trying to figure out everything. And I really I like the idea that I can understand. And I think it was really like a pride thing for me. Like thinking, oh, I understand this. Ha 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 ha. I'm better than so and so, because I understand this. And really, I don't understand shit. I only understand small models of something rather than the thing itself, the thing in itself, of itself. And there's no possible way to, or at least maybe in my estimation, there's no real possible way to truly understand something unless you are that thing. Everything that we know is merely an approximation. So lately I've just been trying to just roll with the approximations I make and just hope that I'm not hurting anyone. And when I do, apologize and do better next time. But even then, you can't always please everybody. And sometimes helping someone feels to them like you're hurting them. Because they don't understand. It's like the idea of enabling, I guess. When you stop enabling someone, they feel like they've been hurt. What's going on with my thing? And they feel maybe that you don't like them or whatever. They'll come up with many different stories to make you the villain. That's all right. We're all just kind of doing things without really knowing what we're doing or the consequences of it. Sometimes we think we're helping someone, and we're actually fucking them up even worse. To illustrate, I have a story. So like I went hiking last week. I might have already told this story before, but I went hiking and my brother-in-law, I thought I saw his shoe untied, and I told him, I was like, "Hey man, your shoe's untied." He bent down to tie it. His phone fell out of his pocket and shattered the screen. And lo and behold, his shoe actually wasn't even untied. So he just bent over and broke the screen for nothing just because I told him his shoe's untied. And that's a perfect example of when you think that you're helping someone, but you're actually, the consequences of trying to help them actually hurts them or brings them no benefit. Really weird seeing the delay on this thing. Wow, that's slow. Stupid freaking ads just to use simple thing. Anyways, yeah, this one's done. I'm done with it. Well, if you all enjoyed it, drop a little star in the comments. That way I know you got this far. And let me know what you think about it. I'll see you all tomorrow. I'm going to start a new one, a new sketch at least. And yep. Check out my website. Really don't give a fuck. I'll just catch y'all later.